Now, you will know if you've been watching this morning, we've been talking about potholes. They can cause expensive damage, injure people, and in some cases, in terrible cases, they can even kill.
And Ben has been looking at a new BBC investigation which is looking at how councils, or if councils, stay on top of this problem. Morning.
Yeah, morning. This is something people certainly don't love, I can tell you that. And we have had so many emails and WhatsApp messages. We'll come to those in a moment. Let me explain why it's such a problem and why it's getting worse. Good morning. Potholes are a menace for many drivers. Many people will have a story related to them, but just how big a problem are they? Well, latest figures from the RAC show that between July and September this year, more than 5,000 drivers had a pothole-related breakdown, and that's 25% more than the same period last year. And drivers were direct victims of potholes on more than 25,000 occasions. That's 11% more than the previous year, and the results are serious. Last year, 20 deaths and more than 500 serious injuries on the roads were attributable in part to defects, including potholes or material in the road. So, why are potholes so common, and why are so many councils struggling to stay on top of the problem? Panorama's Richard Bilton reports.
If you're a driver, you'll have already felt it. Britain has a pothole problem.
Pothole, pothole, pothole.
A parliamentary committee described England's local roads as a national embarrassment, and some people have had enough.
Mate, I've just seen you stamp it 3 times. I could walk on it and stamp it down harder. Seriously, that's a repair.
This pothole has been filled by the council, which leaves me with this several yards down the road. Come and sort it out.
But potholes can be more than a nuisance. They can be deadly. Last year, road defects or material on the road played a part in 20 deaths and more than 500 serious injuries on Britain's roads. Lynn's husband Gary was killed in an accident after his motorbike hit a pothole.
Angry, because that could have been avoided. Because it wasn't a little pothole. Why was it not repaired? In my eyes, potholes are life-threatening because they took my husband's life.
Somerset Council says Gary's accident was heartbreaking and the pothole was repaired within 24 hours of being made aware of it. Nationally, the UK's answer to potholes has been to fill them in. In the last decade, more than £1 billion has been spent filling 17.5 million potholes. That's equivalent to one every 18 seconds every day for 10 years. But filling is a temporary measure. A pothole is the sign of a damaged road. We got the view from inside the roadworks from a highways worker. He doesn't want to be identified.
People watching our programme, are they getting value for money from their pothole service?
Absolutely not, because they're basically paying for repairs that the council know are going to fail. I'd say it's a pretty catastrophic situation.
More roads used to get preventative treatment, like sealing roads. This year, the government has handed over a record £1.6 billion for local road maintenance across England, and it's promising further increases in future. It wants prevention alongside pothole repairs. But senior figures in local government say this year's extra money is a drop in the ocean, and some roads are in serious trouble.
How bad could it get? Could roads be closed?
I think it's a place we could get to considering, yes, certainly. I think there may be a case that sometimes some authorities may have to consider a quiet rural road. Do you fix that, or do you fix your busy A-class road?
I don't want us to get in that situation. It's a truly shocking position to be in. I'm angry about that. Motorists are angry about that. But I think, we're putting our money where our mouth is. We're giving councils that long-term funding so we can begin to turn the tide on that.
As long as we continue to prioritise temporary fixes, then Britain's pothole crisis will be with us for a long time yet. Richard Bilton, BBC News.
And you can watch the full Panorama programme, The Pothole Problem, tonight, BBC One, 8 p.m, and on iPlayer right now. And thanks for all of your comments and messages. We had loads. Lindsay and Mike say they've had 2 bus tyres due to a pothole. Same thing happened the following morning after the repairs. 5 tyres in as many days, £176 per tyre. You do the maths. Clive thinks the quality of the repairs is part of the problem. So thanks to everyone for their messages. Lots more if we have the time to go through.
Indeed.